intercepted the two-team swap turnovers. And now a third consecutive turnover. Williams to George. Off glass, and welcome to the family, Paul George.
That was a nice play right there. Good recognition by Lou Will. And
David Griffin. Forget the players. The new front office, he is going to be terrific. Hey, Paul George bouncing into defenders, lays it and counted on a foul.
Very nice drawn up play. Comes off a pin down and attacks that young fella for the and one. He's going to be a very, very good young player.
George deep into the paint, deep into the well. What rust. Paul George is 3 of 4, has 7 points in 4 minutes. George curling off a screen, flings a three and knocks it in. 10 quick ones for Paul George. Niccolo Milli out there for the Pelicans as Zubac attacks the other way.
And we talked about it right there. You look at Paul George bringing it up in the soft secondary transit.
Doc made mention this. He's only had one practice since April.
And that's how the game is for him. It's very easy. Look at him right there. Nice drawn up play out of the timeout.
Again, no Pat Beverly, no Kawhi Leonard, both expected back to the lineup on Saturday. Here is George knifing his way to the rim and lays it in with terrifying ease. George, mid-range shot is good. That Smoothie King Center down by just 9. They've trailed by as many as 14. George with time and space says, thank you very much, and knocks down his second throw. George is great and continues to be. He has 21 in his Clipper debut. How about 23, Mr. Big Shot? Clippers by 1. Their cash cow, Paul George, finds Montrezl. Oh, twisting and turning and laying it in. Montrezl Harrell with 16. Accelerates down the lane. Hands it off to Harkless in traffic, and he lays it in, and the Clippers regain a 1-point lead.
Defensively, more Harkless, and then what does Paul George do? Reward that good defender for his efforts on the other end.
Lou Williams, by the way, with 29. There's the stop you want. Clippers off and running. George behind the defense to the rim with the right hand and lays it in. 4-point game. 2-possession lead for the Pelicans. George tries to cut it down to 1 and does!
Corner, I mean, it's just a tough play. Big time play right here by Paul George. Making a big time shot.